Hey gang, how we doing? Look, I'm gonna step outside here for a second. It's kind of a yucky day today. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. There you go. Yeah, kind of a yucky day today here in the PNW. Been running some errands, did a bunch of stuff in the house and the shop, and admin stuff and video stuff. I'd get those emails when you know, he's like, hey, your account might be hacked, blah blah blah. Well, I got one today. And it looked pretty legit. I didn't open it, it looked pretty legit. It was in my junk file, but it wasn't saying, hey, contact us right away. They said, if you have any questions, you contact us. Otherwise, we recommend you. And then they provided all the credit companies, you know, like Equifax and Transperian or Transperian, whatever it is. So there was that. So it was pretty legitimate. And the kicker was they used the last 4 digits of my bank account or the account card number that I use for C-Knife and Tool, and I only use that card at certain places, Lowe's or Home Depot, and a couple of my supplying companies that I get my materials from. So it was maybe a dozen companies, and the post office. So it looked pretty legit. So today I had to call up the bank and have them send me a new card and get that all sorted out. So so many issues, but kids took a break from classes, and Ella's down there. We put a swing up a little while back, and we've been cleaning the property up front, and our neighbor was doing the same thing, and so Ben went down the road to the neighbors to grab some firewood and helping another neighbor that's down the road further get some. So hey, let's head in the shop. I got a knife I want to show you. This is the, ooh, there we go, hold on. Yep, this is the Chimera. Of course, it's going to say it in the title. That's why I'm telling you. I think it'll say it in the title. But hey, I'm gonna put you guys down here. Hold on. All right, I got you here. Oh yeah, and I had somebody asking me a while back, sent me a message. Yes, I still use it. Some of you guys don't know, I actually made this. It's a in the waistband holster. This is for my Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 3.6. See, of course, you got to put your hand underneath there, because if you don't, and you do this, it's gonna fall, right? No. So I made this by hand, leather. Made this all out of leather right there. Look at that. Yep, I got myself a buckle, hand stitched everything. Did a little video. I'll try to remember to put it in here at the end or something, but I'm not really sure what it's going to fall under, but yeah. So I made this leather and dyed it all, and I used 2 different types of leather, and I still use it, and it's got great retention. I mean, this is something else. It's really cool. So it's really nice. I'm happy. Yeah, I had to run the errands and came back, so I just came right to the shop. And yes, I'm still carrying it, and this is that pop-off leather, that 5 card I did a while back. I did that video on it. It's got the little wallet and everything back here, so for your money and all that. I still carry it. It's been probably, you know, I got it back in, I think they sent it to me in May, matter of fact. I think I got that in May, so it's going to be coming up on a year. I've been carrying that, and when I did the holster. But hey, you guys came for this. This is Asher's Chimera. Now, Asher, his dad, helped make this. I helped him make it. I helped Chris make it, or, you know, Chris worked with me on it. And then we got the shutdown and everything that was going on. And so I said, you know what, let me just finish it up. Let's get it done out of the way, because I'm really just wanting to get everybody's knives going and get it all sorted out and open the books back up, as well as make some knives for Christmas time. I thought people would like that. But I wrapped up the Chimera here. Now, what's really cool about this Chimera is, well, first off, if many of you don't know, what is a Chimera? Well, the Chimera is a Greek mythical creature. And the Chimera was this like lion body, and it had like a dragon head, and I think a lion head or an eagle head, and then it's got a snake tail kind of thing. So it's basically a creature of 3 different types of creatures all together. You've probably seen them in old movies and stuff like that, but you got the Chimera, and then there's another one. The Chimera is made of 3 or 4 creatures, and there's another one that's made of 3, I think. But anyhow, well, I actually came up with this design with a fellow that was coming in the shop for a while to work on a knife, and he liked certain aspects of my knives. He liked the feel of the Montana and the Rogue as the handle, but then he liked the thumb part, this curve. He liked that from the Rogue and the Amarok, and he liked the length and the heft of the Coyote Works knife. And then when I made the Amarok in the design I made, he liked how the choil was right there, and the angle was kind of, you know, the blade profile was on a bit of an angle, and the choil area had a slight angle to it. It wasn't just squared off. It's hard to see, but there's actually a little bit, the choil right here actually drops down a little bit. So what we did is we actually took all the designs of those knives, those 4 knives, and we put them together. And we just sat here, we penciled for a couple hours, and we did some, you know, back and forth with ideas and things. And then we put it onto cardboard, and then after paper we did cardboard we did wood, and both of us liked it. I liked it a lot. Now this doesn't have a taper tang, and honestly I'd probably leave it a taper tang or a not taper tang, but he liked it with the no taper tang because he wanted that weight, he wanted that heft. Well, when I started making some of the cutouts, the steel cutouts and such to make myself one, Chris saw that, and then I got Ben and Asher in here, and they were looking at different things and different knives and stuff. I put the pins out, all this other stuff. And Chris and I tricked Asher into giving us an idea on what he liked. And he really liked the Cowdy Works knife, but he really liked the tactical kind of look of the Rogue and the thumb coming up and everything. And then, of course, I was able to say, yes, let's do the Chimera. And one of the pins he picked out was this Mountain and the Moon pin. It was one of his favorite pins. So, and he did like the acid stonewash finish. So Asher was basically building a knife here in the shop in front of Ben, my son Ben, and then his dad and myself without knowing it. And so afterwards, Chris was working on a knife for himself. And then after that, we started working on this knife. And then this whole the China virus, the COVID-19 virus, all that stuff kind of picked up. And so it closed everybody off from visiting and everything. And so I wanted to finish up with them. One of the things that Asher wanted, of course, was not just the acid stonewash finish, but that pin, but also the olive drab, the canvas olive drab micarta. He really liked that. But one thing I thought was really cool, and I mentioned it to Chris, is what about a ferro rod? And so I made him a ferro rod. I have these little 4-inch by 4-inch long by 3/8 of an inch in diameter ferro rods. I forgot the company. I bought a bunch of them a while back, a couple of years ago. Don't make them too often. I don't sell them on the website. If people ask, then I make them, you know, sell for a few bucks. They used to sell for, I think it was a $40 add-on. It was the ferro rod, $40 or $50. It was a ferro rod and then attached to your Kydex sheath. And that's what's really nice about it. So what I did is I did the olive drab, and I did some black liner in there to really kind of give it a nice look to it. And then it's got shock cord. So when you're doing this, and you put it inside, it slides in and out real easy, and some of the ferro rod sticks out of the bottom. You just grab your shock cord and you just wrap it on the end of it, and it keeps it in place. And then when you want to get it off, you just grab the shock cord with your finger, wrap it underneath, you know, wrap your finger underneath it, and then you can pick it up like that. So it was something I came up with probably 3 or 4 years ago. I only made a few of them, but it was fun. I liked them. I really think it's a neat idea because I don't want to lose my ferro rod. I wouldn't want it, you know, attached to something else. But I always have a couple different kinds of ferro rods. I'll have one in my pack. I would have one on my sheath, that kind of thing. So Chris thought that was pretty cool, and we figured Asher would get a kick out of it. And then, of course, we put a Blade Tech lock on the back of it. But maybe later he might want the leather. He probably would go maybe something with like a leather backing that this can hang down further if he wants. But anyhow, so I'm just going to start doing some photos. I got it oiled up and I got it sharpened, and I'm going to do some photos and video, and then I'm going to put it off to the side and get it to Chris when he comes out to pick it up soon. But I just wanted to share it with you. I wanted to show a video. It is the only one, like I said. I'm going to be making one for myself, and I'm going to be doing it in probably Coco Bolo and hand sanded satin finish. That is my favorite finish, so I'll do that. But I'm going to probably keep mine a full tang as well, because I really like that. I like that heft. I like that weight, the feel. And, you know, canvas micarta is a little heavier than some of the other woods, so there's that. And then, of course, Chris did this. So, you know, there's little things that I would do differently than what Chris did, but I would skeletonize the tang a little bit differently, and then I'm going to put Coco Bolo on there, and I'm going to hand sand mine down, satin finish it, but super slick. So I'm going to throw in video and pictures, share that with you all. So again, hopefully you like it and you enjoy it. Hopefully everybody's been doing good, been safe, keeping your sanity. Hopefully we're getting out. Hopefully by the time this video comes out, we can hit the trails. I mean, they canceled the Overland Expo West and put it till, I think, July. Northwest Overland Rally was canceled till September. Oh, it's such a bummer. We canceled our trip in May. I had a trip in April I was supposed to do. Shout out to Ed Shin. Edward Shin. If you guys don't know Edward Shin, you can just type Edward Shin, S-H-I-N, type it up there. He's got a really good YouTube channel. So he's a local guy here in Washington State. We were supposed to get together. That canceled in April. And then in May, I was supposed to be going down to Utah, and that didn't happen. And June was the Overland Rally. That didn't happen. I'm stuck doing knives and chores, guys. Oh, it's no fun. But anyhow, gang, hopefully you have a good one. You take it easy. I'm tired. I've been worn out, going back and forth. I'm getting a little burnt out with a lot of videos and everything. So some of the videos might be, I'm only doing maybe one a week. So I'm recording a bunch now. I'm staying busy, and then I'm just probably not going to do any for a while. I just want to take a break from everything. Just last year still wore on me, and then all the troubles going on this year, just nonstop. So anyhow, gang, hopefully this does find you well. Thank you for all that support. Thank you for everything else and the shout outs to many of you. And I guess we'll just catch you all on the next video. You guys take it easy. Have a good one.